LaMarcus Aldridge to the Nets, DeMarcus Cousins to the LA Clippers, and Andre Drummond to the Lakers. What are these NBA teams trying to create?
Suffering succotash! They're monsters! Bye-bye.
What's up YouTube? What's up NBA fans? Welcome back to the Samsseed channel. It's great to be back. I know I haven't been on in a while. Life happens, but I'm here now, ready to talk about some things that's been on my mind. And you know what it's all about.
Oh, by the way, did you see what the Brooklyn Nets did this weekend? Stacking the deck. I mean, damn, not once, but twice in the career of Kevin Durant has he been associated with something like this. You know,
the Nets have 5 players with at least 5 All-Star appearances, so that's pretty incredible.
Trouble. A heap, a considerable amount, a large amount, an abundance, a trouble is what the NBA is in.
These super teams that are popping up all over the league. You know, recently we've seen Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge signed to an already stacked Brooklyn Nets team. And now Andre Drummond has signed on with the Lakers. Okay, and DeMarcus Cousins is now on the LA Clippers. So the Clippers have, you know, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Rajon Rondo, and now DeMarcus Cousins. And the state of the NBA, while very interesting, is going to pose some new questions. So why super teams all over the place? You know, Shannon Sharp, he seems to think, among other things, that you know, the Nets have done what they've done, the Clippers have done what they've done to beat LeBron James. Like, this is a response to LeBron James. And maybe so. I mean, when it comes down to it, people do what they want to do. They do what they're able to do. So, yeah, I mean, I think any one of these NBA teams, if they could afford to and could get a bunch of all-star players, I mean, they probably would. But super teams is nothing new, especially, you know, around LA. We know LA, you know, had put together some super teams in the early 80s. You know, they put Magic and Kareem together. And then, if you think about it, you go back to right after Michael Jordan retired for the second time, and I've talked about this before, everybody wanted to win the championship. Tim Duncan and the Spurs won that. So the Lakers actually went out. They got Phil Jackson from the championship Bulls, right? They got Ron Harper from the championship Bulls, Horace Grant from the championship Bulls, and then Robert Horry from the 2-time champion Houston Rockets, right? To create super teams. And then it happened again, right? Actually, the Houston Rockets, when they tried to create a super team with, you know, even though they were aging, Olajuwon and Scottie Pippen and Charles Barkley. Now we know how that worked out. And then again, right after the Spurs came back and stopped the championship run of the Lakers, right? After the tears and all that stuff, they went out. Hey, Gary Payton, Karl Malone, let's create another super team. Now, understand, if you're judging a super team by its ability to win championships, right, then we know they don't always work out. Remember the Celtics? The Celtics actually went out, created another super team in 2007, right? And some people said possibly, you know, as a response. Not 2000. Was it 2007? Let's see, 2007, 2008. in 2008, they went out and created a super team. In the 2007 and 2008 season, they created a super team. You know, people say as a response to LeBron James, because he had gone, you know, and made it to the finals and everything. That got them one championship at least. And then, of course, LeBron James and the Heat, you know, he took it on down to South Beach, and the rest was history. And we look at it, I think what really has been that sticking factor for everybody was the Golden State Warriors, because they literally created one of the first homegrown super teams, right? And they had the potential to be dominant already, and then they went and got, you know, Kevin Durant. And I think ever since then it's been like everybody who has a little bit of extra cash running around, they're doing what they can to create a super team, because they're afraid of, you know, running into a brick wall like the Golden State Warriors were for a while there. Something else I want to think about, even though we have these super teams, let's still at least here, I hold out hope. So one of these other teams is going to come in there, work as a team, and really go out there and show the Lakers, show the Nets, even the Clippers, show them what's up, show them what hard work and teamwork and having that good team chemistry can do. You know, teams like the Jazz or the Bucks, you know, are doing really good right now. I still hold out hope that they're gonna, you know, shock the world, the NBA pundits, and all those people who are saying it's over, right? So, something else to think about, right? The older generations of basketball players, those retired players, when they look at this and they see the super team stuff, for the most part, you know, they really don't dig it too much, even though they understand that things are different now. People don't have to really, you know, kind of hate each other, you know, to have that competitive edge. They feel like the super team lowers the competitiveness of the NBA. And I think there is some merit to that. I think, you know, it kind of makes it seem a little like, okay, well, if you know everybody, you know who's going to win, right? And there's no possibility for other team. I mean, what's the point of watching it? You know, and you can feel that way sometimes. So, as I said before, it would be great to see some of these homegrown teams, if you will. Some of those teams who traded and built their craft and worked with the group of guys that they had, you know, to come out on top, especially this year when all of these changes and trades and stuff has been made. So, you know, if you're looking at my personal, you know, my opinion, you know, I think there's definitely, as I said, it may not be that fair, but life isn't fair that way. So, again, all these other teams that I mentioned that I'd like to see them step up, I do believe they can do it, but they're going to have their work cut out for them, right? Put the pedal to the metal and get it done. I mean, that's all I can say. Something else. This thing has been on my mind, and I would definitely love to see y'all's comments down below. Please comment and let me know what you think about this. When they stack these teams the way they did, you know, it often seems unfair, like with the coaches, right? You have coaches who, it just seems like they come out of nowhere sometimes. You know, I'm not saying that they haven't worked hard, but, you know, they haven't put in the work maybe that other coaches done, other teams have done, and all of a sudden they're just inheriting a championship caliber team that's going to steamroll through the competition, supposedly, right? You think about Frank Vogel and Tyronn Lue, even though I love and respect Tyronn Lue, and he did win a championship with LeBron in 2016, and then Steve Nash, who's his first year as head coach, that is, and all of a sudden he's inheriting, you know, all of these all-stars, and a seemingly cakewalk to the NBA Finals and the NBA Championship. It doesn't really seem, sometimes, I'm not saying that they haven't worked hard, but they haven't put in the work maybe that other coaches done, other teams have done, and all of a sudden they're just inheriting a championship caliber team that's going to steamroll through the competition, supposedly. Right? You think about Frank Vogel and Tyronn Lue, even though I love and respect Tyronn Lue, and he did win a championship with LeBron in 2016, and then Steve Nash, who's his first year as head coach, that is, and all of a sudden he's inheriting all of these all-stars and a seemingly cakewalk to the NBA Finals and the NBA Championship. It doesn't really seem fair that can happen. So I want to know what y'all think. Do you think, hey, that's just the way life goes, or do you think maybe that's something that we should be disappointed in the NBA for letting that happen, or disappointed in the teams, for doing that? Does it lessen the competitiveness? Does it lessen even the enthusiasm that a fan is going to have for the game and for the the league and the league's product if this is happening? All right, but that's all I got to say on that. Once again, I want to see your comments down in the section below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time on the Samsseed channel.